All right, so if you're a Jeep owner, you know that feeling, that little light on the dash that just sends a shiver down your spine. Well, if you've ever come across the P0019 error code, it can seem like a real headache. But don't worry, in this explainer, we're going to crack this thing together. We'll figure out exactly what it means and, more importantly, what to do about it.
So you're just driving along, minding your own business, and bam, there it is, the check engine light. And your heart kind of sinks, right? You start thinking, oh no, what's wrong now? Is this going to be serious? Is this going to cost me a fortune? Well, take a breath. This explainer is here to give you some clarity and a solid plan.
Okay, so you've done the smart thing, you've plugged in a code reader, and it spits out this specific code, P0019. That's our target for today. We're going to break down exactly what your Jeep is trying to tell you, one step at a time. So what in the world is P0019? What is your Jeep's brain, the computer, actually trying to say? Let's translate this tech speak into plain English anyone can understand.
All right, let's get into it. Think of your engine's camshaft as like the conductor of an orchestra. It's this rotating rod that has to open and close the engine's valves at exactly the right time, with perfect precision. So when you get a P0019 code, it basically means the computer has noticed that the conductor is offbeat. The camshaft isn't where it's supposed to be, and the whole performance is getting messy.
And that's really what it all boils down to. I mean, all those moving parts in your engine, they have to work in perfect harmony. And right now, with this code, that harmony is gone. The timing is just off.
So how does this actually feel when you're driving? Well, any of this probably sounds familiar. Maybe your Jeep just feels tired, like it's lost its get up and go. Or maybe you're noticing you're suddenly best friends with the attendant at the gas station because your fuel economy has tanked. And in some cases, it can get worse. The engine might stall out on you, or it'll just shake and idle really rough when you're stopped at a light. These are all clues. It's your Jeep literally telling you something's wrong.
Okay, so we've established the what. The timing is out of sync. Now we need to figure out the why. Let's put on our detective hats here. We've got a crime scene, and now we need to round up the usual suspects.
And here they are, our 5 main suspects. It could be something as simple as a faulty sensor, the little guy that's supposed to be watching the camshaft. Or it could be the mechanical parts themselves, like a stretched timing chain or belt. Or we could be looking at a bigger issue with ignition timing or even engine compression. Our job now is to figure out which one of these is our culprit.
All right, time for our game plan. Look, we're not just going to start throwing parts at it and hoping for the best. This is all about a smart, step-by-step process of elimination to find the exact cause. Let's walk through it.
So here's the roadmap. You always start with the easiest and most common suspect first, that camshaft position sensor. A lot of the time, this little sensor is the bad guy, and the good news is it's usually a pretty cheap and easy fix. If that checks out okay, then you move on down the line to the more heavy-duty stuff, like inspecting the timing chain or belt, and then digging into the overall timing and compression.
Okay, so once you've done your detective work and you've identified the culprit, it's time to make the fix. Let's talk about what it actually takes to solve this puzzle and get that pesky check engine light to finally turn off.
It's pretty straightforward, right? The fix directly matches the problem you found. Sensor's bad? You swap in a new one. Timing chain is stretched or jumped a tooth? Well, that needs to be replaced or adjusted. The main thing here is that for every problem, there's a clear solution.
Okay, before we finish up, I gotta get serious for a second because this is super important. This P0019 code, it's not just some little annoyance you can put off. Think of it as a major warning sign from your engine, and you absolutely should not ignore it.
I mean, listen to this. This comes straight from our source material, and it really says it all. Here's the deal. Driving around with your engine's timing out of whack is putting a huge amount of stress on everything. What might be a relatively simple fix right now could cascade into some really serious, and I mean really expensive internal engine damage if you let it go. So please, act on this as soon as you can.
And there you go. We've gone from that scary, mysterious check engine light to knowing exactly what P019 means, what the likely causes are, and how to build a plan to tackle it. The point is, you're not powerless here. You have the knowledge now to take control of the situation. So the only question left is, what's your next step going to be?